Friends, now we will learn three three perfect tenses: present perfect tense, past perfect tense, and future perfect tense. What is present perfect tense? Any action, any action that happened just before the present time. Number one. Number two, the action is completed. And number three, if the effect of the action is on. If all these three conditions are met with, it is known as present perfect tense. Purna Vartaman Kal. In Gujarati language, this tense is spoken in a peculiar way. Mara Papa Mumbai Gaya Che. When somebody speaks this sentence, Mara Papa Mumbai Gaya Che, it indicates that the action of going to Bombay of his father happened just before some time. Action is over, he is in Bombay, and the effect of the action that his father is in Bombay is on. Therefore he speaks Mara Papa Mumbai Gaya Che. Therefore he speaks Mara Papa Mumbai Gaya Che. Suppose his father is transferred to Bombay. He would never speak Mara Papa Mumbai Gaya Che. He would say Mara Papa to Mumbai badli thi gayi. So that means his father has gone to Bombay for a particular long time. But Mara Papa Mumbai Gaya Che, if this is spoken, that means the action of his father for going to Bombay happened just before some time. It is over and effect of the action is on. Therefore he speaks like this. What is the peculiarity? In Gujarati language, the verb jau is spoken in past tense, gaya, because it's papa, male, followed with che. So whenever there is a verb of the past tense followed with che or chung or cho comes in Gujarati language, you must understand that it is a present perfect tense. To translate such sentence in English, same thing, subject, verb, object. But between subject and verb, you have to use the forms of to have of present tense. And the forms of verb is not to be used simple verb or with ing, but you have to use the past participle of the verb, even if it is present perfect tense. So my father has gone to Bombay. The sentence which I spoke in Gujarati, Mara Papa Mumbai Gaya Che, it will be spoken in English like this: my father has gone to Mumbai. So we have to remember this thing. Any action that happened just before the present time, if the action is over and the effect of the action is on, it is known as present perfect tense. Translate it with subject, forms of to have of present tense, plus past participle, plus object. And similarly, if it is a past perfect tense, same thing. But instead of che in Gujarati, the people would speak hato hati hatoda, with followed with the past forms of the verb. What is the definition of past perfect tense? Any action that happened in past tense, and if that action was over at that point of time, it is known as past perfect tense. હું 25મી તારીખે મુંબઈ ગયો હતો. If I speak in Gujarati this type of sentence, હું 25 તારીખે મુંબઈ ગયો હતો, that means the action of my going to Bombay on 25th was over now at that time. It is over. That's why I spoke in Gujarati ગયો હતો. હું ગયો નહીં બોલી. I won't say ગયો. I won't say ગયેલો. I said ગયો હતો. મારા મિત્રો મુંબઈ ગયા હતા. મારી વાઈફ મુંબઈ ગઈ હતી, મારી પત્ની મુંબઈ ગઈ હતી. સો ગયો ગઈ ગયું ગયા ઇઝ ફોલોડ વિથ હતો હતી હતું હતા. નોટ ઓનલી ગયું ગઈ ગયા ગયા. Any forms of the Gujarati word verb in past tense followed with hato hati hatuta, it means is the past perfect tense. To translate this sentence in English, you have to use subject plus forms of to have in past tense, that means had, plus past participle. And similarly, for future perfect tense, if any action happens in future and if that action is going to be completed at that point of time, it is known as future perfect tense. Say for example, 7 વાગે હું ઘરે પહોંચી ગયો હોઈશ. That means my action of reaching at home by 7 o'clock will be over. That is why I speak in Gujarati, 7 વાગે હું ઘરે પહોંચી ગયો હોઈશ. So gayo and hois, gai and hois, gaya and hoisu. Likewise, any forms of past tense of the verb in Gujarati followed with hase, hois, hoisu, if such words are spoken, it is known as future perfect tense. And to translate it, you have to use subject, verb, object, but between subject and verb, you have to use the forms of to have in future tense, that is shall have or will have. But normally people speak will have. Doesn't matter. With all person, with all gender you can speak will have. Plus past participle. હું ઘરે પહોંચી ગયો હોઈશ. I will have reached home. I shall have reached home. We will have reached home. You will have reached home. You will have reached home. She, it will have reached home. And they will have reached home. Likewise, all 9 tenses are over. Now, these 9 tenses, when I explain you 9 tenses, I explain you imperative mood, I explain you participle, I explain you cases of noun, all these are for the affirmative sentences. Quality of sentences, type of sentences, all affirmative sentences. Now, in next chapter, we will see the forms of negative of the all tenses and forms of interrogative and the use of there. Right? So, I hope you understand, and still if you have any difficulty, you are free to approach me on my email. Thank you.